What up, guys? It's your girl KeezyKay here, and as promised, I told you guys I'd be reacting to the challenge Vendettas in episode 14 just there. I have a lot to discuss and get into about this recap, and also give my predictions for next week's episode. But before I get into this recap, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, like this video, and comment down below. Also, check out my lyric channel, MsOnlyLyrics and MsOnlyLyrics2, as they also in the description down below. So without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, guys, we are literally nearing the end. I also will be showing you guys my initial reaction when watching it. I don't know why they like doing this. I feel like they're just wasting episode time. We could have found out who won, and next week could have been the reunion. But the way they're doing this, so next week show, I think hopefully they'll show episode 15. But they're not going to tell them who wins, and that's going to be for the reunion. And I don't know if we're going to also see part 1 of the reunion, because next week we're going to, next week we're going to see part 2 of it. But until that moment comes, let's just dive right into this episode. We have the top 8. So we have the top 8. Now there are stages they have to go to. If they complete stage 1, they move on to the second stage. If you don't complete stage 1, you are out. And whatever money you had, you do not get to keep. So one guy, one girl will be eliminated. The Mercenaries came back. Alright, so basically they have to play each game. They have to get the tokens first in order to play the games, in order to complete that first stage, and then they have to be tied up, and they're going to be loose with armor equipment. But it'll be like different arms, different legs. I don't know if they have to like reassemble it together, something like that along the way. And then I guess they have to go against Bananas and Melissa. Now I wonder, will Melissa go easy on Nicole? Or she's like, I know for a fact she's taking no prisoners with Cam. So we'll see. Bananas and Melissa, I thought they were going to fight somebody. It's just tragic. It didn't end that way, because I would have loved to see Bananas stomp Tony out, and I would have loved to see Melissa murder somebody. I really would. But it didn't go down like that. So the first stage, basically, they had to, I don't know, sticks, they had to move them back. And then once you complete that, then you're off. And Kyle, oh my god, you guys. It caught up to Tony, but definitely, people been sleeping on Kyle. They was like, Zach and Tony had this team idea to like tag up on Leroy and take his stuff out. And then Kyle's like, well, while they're just taking each other, he's like, you know what? I still want from Tony, I still want from Leroy, and I still want from Zach. He's like, and they don't even notice. Which is very smart, because they sleep on Kyle. And I'm telling you, from the beginning, I was down with Kyle, you guys. I'm like, don't sleep on my boy now. Don't sleep on my boy. Cara Maria and Nicole. Nicole is crying. Like, I have no sympathy for Nicole. I have no mercy for her. I hope she gets eliminated. I have no sympathy for Nicole. She just started that whole stealing war. Cara Maria was like, if I ain't touch yours, don't touch mine. That's just petty. I have no remorse. I hope she can't make it. Cara Maria was first place for the girls. So basically, she had a head start a little bit. And she was like, basically, all Cara Maria said, she's like, you guys don't touch my stuff, I don't touch your stuff. I think that is completely fair. That's how you start trouble. I'm like, do you realize that's wasting time? By the time you go down there and you grab yours and you go down there and put yours and take somebody's out, then that means by the time, it's just like the whole idea, you're just going to be back and forth pulling. It's like nobody's going to get anything done. And so basically, Karma caught up to Nicole. Cam learned her lesson about that, and now it's unfortunate. Nicole can no longer compete. Nicole is out of the game, so that leaves Cam and Kayla. My baby Kari is currently first place. Let's rock it. So we have Kyle who's coming in first. Like, Kyle's killing it. Go Kyle. And I did not feel 1 ounce of sadness for Nicole. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm pretty sure I hope her foot was all well. But clearly, the stuff she was talking about on the after show, She clearly seemed fine. So therefore, I could not give one rat's ass about Nicole. Like, I do not like Nicole at all. I'm like, yes, that's one less person down. So now we're worried about 3 people because only 2 girls can make it. So then Carmery goes off. First person was Kyle. Then was it Leroy? Then Zach, and then Tony. Then they had to go meet the Mercenaries. So it was a game of high-low. If you play 2 out of 3 times, if you lose, the Mercenaries get to pick a grenade for you. If you win, you just go on your way. Kyle made it on his way. Carmeria made it on her way. Every single body made it on the way except for Cam. I'm like, yo, it's about time somebody get a grenade. None of the guys got a grenade. Cam got a grenade. Carmeria went flying colors. So you know, it was the water, jumping jacks, and burial log. So Melissa's gonna pick Cam to burial log. But the burial log, good God. Tony, he escaped that real easily, real quick. I know he was just livid. He didn't have to. I'm just kind of, my heart's beating, guys, because my baby Carver ran. My baby is first place. Cam, Melissa, I know Melissa felt joy in her heart, yo, when she did that. So basically, she had sent her off, she sent everybody off on their way, and then she was like, nah, I'm gonna make you bury a log. And that definitely cost her. Kayla is just panicking, and I'm just loving it. Yes, the more you frustrate, the more time it is for Carmeria. Alright, they getting their next shit. Kayla's panicking. So as they're gone, they have to put on the armor, and then they have to run back to go get their token. Kayla's just panicking. Oh my god, I don't know how to put it on. Like, that was a waste of time on her part. So then they go to the next one where they have to pull the swords out. And whoever wins has to give their opponent something. It was cheese, hot chocolate, and some funky looking soup. The first pairing was Kyle and Leroy. Leroy won and made Kyle eat the cheese. And then the second pairing was Zach and Carmery, which I felt was the smartest thing. They was like, yo, they both was like, yo, we're crunching time here. He said, we're both just gonna pull 3, and then whoever wins, just make the other person drink hot chocolate. Zach won, he was like, alright, Car, drink hot chocolate. She drunk it, went on her way. Tony had to wait for Kayla, which he was so pissed about. Tony, which I am happy Karma caught up to Tony. Bananas probably didn't get shit, but this challenge was waiting on Cam and Kayla. Like, dude, do you know how far back these girls are? Like, oh my god. The question is, who's gonna make it? I honestly think it'll be Kayla, because Cam's way that digging a hole, but then again, Kayla, her frustration with the suit, that might have given her some time. But hey, I'm giving it to Kayla to meet Tony. Kayla finally showed up. They did it. Boom, 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 boom. Make her drink the hot chocolate. Went on her way. Cam showed up real late because she had to bury the log. And since Nicole could no longer compete, the producers just told her to just pull the swords out and just go. They can basically take the take the armor off, grab the thing, and run back to where DJ is. And boom. Basically, for the guys, Zach got there first. Second, Kyle got there first. So Leroy and Tony are unfortunately out. It sucks for Leroy because, you know, I messed with Leroy. I am wholly blessed. And Leroy was like, dude, he's like, you ain't win not $1 grand and all that money Tony just lost goes into the big pot. So that was karma, Tony. And next time, like Leroy said, next time, people are not going to trust you. Because like I said in previous recap, it's all about your word. If you go back on your word, How do you expect people to trust you if you just did this last season? I'm telling you, Zach, Tony, and Natalie are going to have to be very, very careful. Just all have to be very careful of the next time they're on the challenge. And then for the girls, we have Cara Maria. My baby wasn't playing no games. And Kayla. Cam unfortunately lucked out. And Nicole obviously was DQ'd, so she could not continue. So we have our 4 now, and whatever money they have in their account, they get to keep. And now the last thing it all comes down to is a puzzle. I find that so dumb, yet it's classic. Because the thing I realized, they didn't play the trivia. So I'm like, oh wow, okay, they get a break. So I'm like, a puzzle. Basically, it comes down to an end. It's really close between Zach and Cara Maria.
First of all, they couldn't tell us who won, and then next week revealed it's between Cara Maria. It's between Cara Maria and Zach. Fingers crossed. But the reunion, oh my god, it looks epic. It's a 2-part kind of thing. Oh, guys, stay tuned with me.
Fingers crossed it's Cara Maria. Because Zach went back. My thing is, I thought in the initial beginning when you look, I thought everybody's puzzle was the same. Because if it is, Cara Maria can just look at Zach's and then see what she had wrong. But if they're all individuals, like they change it up, then yeah, I understand that. But if I was Cara Maria, like I think she was heading to go back, I would have stayed my butt right there and been like, cause I think she did hers by like counting how many like colors there were instead of remembering in like sequence. She did it by colors, so that's a nice strategy. I just hope she wins because oh my god, that's over $370,000. I'm sorry, but it's clear that Kyle and Kayla are not in the running. It's down between Cara Maria and Zach. And of course, they don't show us who wins. So we have to wait to see that next week. I'm definitely looking forward to this reunion because I've been hearing so much about it. At this point, I just want to put pieces together because I heard Nicole said some very interesting things, and I'm just like, get a life, Nicole. And basically, while we're at this, the promo for the Champs vs. Stars. Now, I've watched the first one and the second one. The third one, I'm very hesitant on watching it because of certain people that are in it. It's just because, like, you gotta realize, this game is about charity, and I feel like don't bring pettiness, like, into the game. I'm always on the champ side because I find it funny how these athletes, pros, or stars, or TV entertainers and musicians come in like, yo, like, we can take these bozos out. Like, do you realize they're trained to do this? You know how many seasons they've been on? Like, this isn't like your regular athlete sport. Like, you cannot just rely on, you have to like think, you have to plan everything out. But the twist is the champs and the stars won't be on separate teams. They'll be split. So like I'm kind of confused as to how that would work because that's the whole thing, the rivalry, the champs versus the stars. It's the whole thing. Or is it this way? They're gonna put you on random teams. It's like how they did in Bloodlines. But like you're separated, but you still want your team to win because like if they win, you're safe. And then the losing team has to vote at least one champ and one pro. I guess to go against one champ and one pro until you eliminate them. And then they'll go back to the teams at the end. I feel like maybe they'll do something like that. But like at this point, it's Cam, Kayla, Wes, Johnny, CT, Zach, Devin. I think those are the people in there. I'm not sure. I may be missing somebody, or I may have added somebody who's not in there. And for like the girls, it's like Cam, Kayla. I don't know. And for like the celebrities, the thing is like hesitant because like certain people I don't want to see. That's why I don't want to watch it. But certain people I do want to see. Like I want to see Drake Bell is gonna be on it. I definitely want to see that. I was about to say Lolo Jones. Lolo Jones is not back. It's the other girl. The girl with the British accent. I'm sorry if I cannot remember your name right now, but she was on the first one. She was on the first Challenge vs. Pros. And they have like Cardi B's sister on. I don't know why. I asked one of my sweet mates, I'm like, what does Cardi B's sister do? They're like, oh, she models. I'm like, that's it? And like, yeah. So I'm just like, okay. So I don't know if I'll watch it, but if I do watch it, I'm not gonna do a review on it because it's like short limited amount of time, and that'll definitely be wasting my time to watch it and to record it to you guys. And that is it for this recap, guys. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, like this video, and comment down below, and let me know who you guys think will come on top and who will be the winner. I'm KeezyKay, fan I do, too.